sometimes I read articles like the one that's in front of me right now, and I'm glad that I'm not part of the dating scene anymore. I'm happily married, love my wife, out of the dating scene. And whenever I want to talk about dating issues, I got a dating expert I call on. She is the author of a book called Sex and the Siren, Tales of a Later Dater. Dating expert Donna Arp-Weitzman is on the Grip Tight Foundation Repair Newsmaker line. Donna, good morning again. How are you?
Hi, Jeff. I'm doing great. How about you?
Well, I'm doing all right, but as I emailed you yesterday about this article, this breaks my heart. There are people that are online dating, and people are scamming them. What is going on with this, Donna?
It's actually growing, and you were mentioning your happy marriage. You're so fortunate. You don't have to be...
I know. I read stories like this, and I'm like, I'm out.
Well, you're the fortunate one. And online dating is getting more and more popular as you know, as it grows and our population ages, not only millennials, but also those over 60. It's become very, very popular. But as part of that, and anything that becomes popular, there's scams, and online dating scams have become more prevalent.
Yeah,
in fact,
go ahead.
It's interesting, but about $200 million was scammed in the United States on online dating in 2015.
So, tell me a little bit, what's the most popular scam that you're hearing about, Donna? What's going on with folks?
Well, the most popular, of course, is something called catfishing. Have you heard that term before?
I have heard that term, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's throwing in their line and finding what they can catch online. So it's often a person or persons. It can be a group of people that are trying to scam someone online looking for romance and looking for a significant other, whether dating or trying to find a marriage partner or whatever. And so what they do is they make contact on social media, through the dating sites generally, and then they start a whole process that's now a process that we know how it works, and go down to the very last part, which is their pitch for money or pitch for something of value.
Mm. Yeah, you know what was interesting, Donna, when I read this article about this, it reminded me of the emails that we sometimes get that say, I'm a Nigerian prince and, I need some, hand me some money, what have you. And so literally now what it seems like is happening is if you go online, you want to meet somebody, and, hi, I'm a Nigerian prince. You want to date me? Please send me some money. That's what it sounded like to me when I was reading this article.
It's a comparison, but a better comparison is the scammers now, the online dating scammers, spend more time than that.
Yeah.
That's just sending out millions of emails and see who takes the bite. But these guys and women, women do it too, really zero in on a potential scammy, if you would, or a potential person they can scam. And so what they do, as I mentioned, they make contact, you and this person, this scammer, and then they want to get you off of the general dating site and go to private letters, messages, phone calls, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then they often set up a face-to-face visit. Well, now, how bad can a guy or gal be if they're willing to fly to wherever you are or drive to wherever you are to meet face-to-face? But that visit never happens. They continue to postpone it, and here's where they get into their excuses. And then they establish some kind of need, like they've got a sick relative or they've had, they've lost their job, or perhaps their pet has to have a surgery, and then they pitch you for money. So it's really a six-step process with these guys and gals.
And it's easy for you and me, Donna, to step back from that situation and go, I can't believe people fall for that. But it sounds like by that time, when the pitch for money has been made, these folks are really, really good at making you think this is a real romance. And particularly since you hear all the time about successful online romances, this would seem like something that would work.
Well, there are those successful romances. However, I think the last time we talked about that online dating has not been as successful as it appears to be, and certainly as it's advertised to be. But yes, and they often have many different people that they're scamming at one time because, they know the odds. It's like Las Vegas. They know the odds that they've got to have a lot of people they're scamming at one point. So they may have 10, 20, or 100 women or men that they are carrying on this online conversation with, or this online potential romance or pseudo-romance.
So it seems to me, I know that I'm going to say the obvious here, Donna, but it seems to me like if you get to that moment where you have been talking back and forth with somebody and they need money from you, that's the moment that the red lights should go off and you should be warned about that? Or is there something maybe earlier in the interaction where you can detect something's not quite on here? What's your advice to people on avoiding this?
Well, I think we need to be suspicious from the beginning, but of course, if we're too suspicious, we'll never have any success.
Yeah.
So really, when it gets down to the face-to-face, if you have not met them face-to-face and spent time with them face-to-face, then forget it.
Yeah.
Get out of the potential romance. If it gets further than that, then at that point, go and talk to your a trusted friend, have them evaluate it from a outsider's perspective. Go to your pastor, go to anyone that you trust, and lay out the facts and see what they think.
Now, is this normally, are these people that have quite a bit of distance, like you said, they say they're going to set you up, they're going to come meet with you. So would most of these scams involve somebody that's quite a distance away from you then?
Well, it can be.
Yeah.
Literally, the scammer can be overseas. The scammer can be in wherever, because, this is something that the Internet has afforded us. However, there are those local scammers as well, and one thing I always say to people is meet them in a public place. Never, ever, ever invite anyone to your home. Meet them several times in a public place.
That is dating expert Donna Arp-White. And Donna, thanks for joining me on this. It is a very serious topic and something we've got to be aware of in this modern electronic age. So always a pleasure to talk to you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Great, Jeff, and once again, you're so fortunate.
No. Thanks, Donna.
Talk to you soon.
Really, sometimes when I'm talking to people about these dating scams and how hard it is with electronic dating, yes, happily married, and I'm not in the dating pool, and very pleased to not be in the dating pool.